Hi everyone, I'm Jumpdafekup and welcome to review of Primitive, the second record by the band Soulfly. Today we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the album, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I've already reviewed most of their discography, so go check those videos out. My story with Soulfly is quite simple. Back in the year 2000, when this record dropped, at my home we already had their debut album and also all of the Sepultura CDs, because my sister and my brother were massive fans of this band, especially my sister. She loves Sepultura, Soulfly, all of that stuff. So I was like a young boy, like 3 or 4, and I was just jamming to Soulfly's debut record and Sepultura Roots, and I was like, this is amazing, do. I did not understood any single word because the lyrics were in English and that's not my native language. Anyways, when Primitive came out, I have a funny story about that because the track list was a little bit different. So we've got 12 songs here, as you can see. We've got Jump as the 4th one, The Prophet as the 9th, See in Memory of. When the album was like leaked online on Napster or something, that was the track list. Like the song Terrorist was the 4th one, Jump was the 8th one, we had Soulfly II, then Prophet for some reason, then we had Flyhigh here, and the record ended with the rap song In Memory of. That's how we had this album at home, which leads me to believe that they've downloaded it off Napster or something. That's the track list I am comfortable with. So today we're going to be talking about this record with this track list in mind. This one seems kinda forced to me. If you're going to listen to this record and you've just heard me talk for the first time about this original track list, you should try this sequence. The only downside will be that here the boing boing sound starts and ends the record, and here the boing boing is here on Flyhigh, so it's not on In Memory of. The only change I would do to make this record like have a perfect track list would be to just take the boing boing from Flyhigh and add it to In Memory of, and you have a perfect track list. We've got Toby Wright producing the album, Max Cavalera and Sean Lennon produced the song, which was called Dust at the beginning, then they've changed the name. Lineup here is Max on the vocals, 4-string guitar, berimbau. We've got Mikey Dolling, a new guitarist on lead guitar. He wasn't present on the previous record. We've got Marcelo on the bass, percussion, drums on In Memory of. He's been in the band since the very beginning. We've got John Nunes on the drums. He's a new member here. Then he was replaced by the original drummer Roy Mayorga on the 3rd record, and then he came back on Prophecy and stayed with Soulfly until Omen. Omen was the last record he was on. So yeah, that's the lineup. We've got lots of guests here, as you can see, and I love that about Soulfly's music, that Max always added more interesting musicians and experimented with the music. The production is tight, it's clean but heavy, no noticeable, no clipping, just the way I like it. I love how the drums, guitars, bass and vocals are mixed and how they coexist with all of the tribal elements and the DJ stuff. It all sounds like one entity. I feel like the last 4 to 5 Soulfly records production wise were awful compared to this stuff. This stuff is on the highest level possible production wise. Message is diverse, the songs are mostly about politics, society, becoming a better person, fighting against your adversaries, also spirituality, losing a loved one, going back to your roots and trying to live a better life. That's basically it. What's funny is that some of the guests do contribute their own lyrics. You can see that how Max's writing style differs from Corey Taylor's or Tom Araya's or Chino's. Another fun fact about Primitive is that this album has the most amount of swearing on any Soulfly's album. That's actually true. When it comes to the structure, it's mostly basic, standard intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, which sometimes is extended, then a chorus or verse and chorus, and outro. That's it. The only song that differs from this structure is Soulfly II, which is more progressive. Nothing ever repeats there. It just flows to new melodies, new ideas with a similar Congo bom 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 beat in the background. Now let's talk about the music genre on this release. It's just nu metal, pure nu metal with some grunge, thrash, death metal influences here and there. But yeah, 95% is a nu metal record. It sounds very fresh to this day. It's hard to find an album that sounds like this one. It's still unique. When it comes to the musicianship, let's start with the drummer, his grooves, the precision of his playing. It's all here and it's perfect. I love all of the boing 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 sounds he does, the double bass work. He's a perfect addition to this band and I am happy that he returned for the Prophecy, Dark Ages, Conquer, Omen records. Next, let's talk about the bass by Marcello. The bass is audible, it mostly follows the guitars, but we have some bits and pieces here where he deviates from that stuff and goes off on his own. That's really cool. But compared to the previous record, it doesn't have that much bass variety and bass moments where only bass shines through. Next, let's talk about the guitar work by Mikey and Max. Well, the guitar riffs are crunchy, heavy, straight to the point, mostly pretty basic, but they are very groovy. They have that bounce feeling to them. They stay in your head, they're very memorable. Yeah, they're fantastic. No guitar solos here, like at all. Also, what's interesting about the guitarists, we also have some very eerie melodies in the background sometimes, some acoustic guitars here and there sometimes as well. Now let's talk about all of the tribal instruments, the berimbau, the sitar, all of that stuff. I can't even pronounce half of these instruments, but they all enrich the sound of the band, make them stand on their own, have their own identity. Every single song here has something different to offer when it comes to all of those instruments. Last but not least, let's talk about the vocals. Max sounds the best on this record. He sounds so full of life, full of passion, emotions. He's screaming, shouting, yelling. It's all here and it's beautiful because it's full of emotions. You can feel that. And the guests also give their best, especially Corey Taylor, Tom Araya, Sean Lennon, all of those guys. Asha's singing is perfect, so Max chose the best guests on this record, that's for sure. This is the best album guest-wise. Now let's rate the individual songs. The album opens up with the single Back to the Primitive, which has a music video. Uno, des, quest, quattro, love that intro, it just sounds so melodic and also one of a kind. And then we have that main guitar of back to the primitive, fuck all the politics, we've got our lives to live, confirm thing negative. No screwing around, then we have that primitive, that main guitar melody is just so beautiful. It reminds me all of the good days, you know. The year 2000, 2001, 2002 were probably the best time of my life, you know, when you're a kid and you don't have any responsibilities. Back to the Primitive is fantastic from beginning to the end. It has the elements in the bridge and then the chorus comes back. This is one of the best songs that exists. 11 out of 10. Pain features Grady, the vocalist of Willhaven, and Chino Moreno of Deftones. And I must say that while people are happy that Chino is here, I think that he's completely outshined by Grady. Grady is killing it with his screaming. Maybe people mistake him for Chino because he screams so well. This song is about Dana, Max Stepson, who sadly was killed in 1996. It's one of the reasons why Max left Sepultura, and I must say that this song goes hard. It truly feels like the emotion of pain. And then we have Chino's lines, which are also fantastic. I love the chorus because you can hear all of the singles screaming just in different times. You feel my pain, our pain. They just take turns and it's wonderful. That's how you should do a feature. 11 plus out of 10. Bring It, another straight and simple song, but it has so much punch. Bring it, wow, God breathe it, God breathe it, God breathe it, say. Console, scum, you don't have a soul. The best part of this one is the bridge. It's like a reggae beat to wop, 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 to wop, wop, wow, wow, I love it, it's such a chill out moment, it stays in your head forever. 11 plus out of 10. Terrorist, which features Tom Araya, the vocals of Slayer. This song has like references to Slayer's Criminally Insane and Sepultura's Inner Self, I think. Spreading terrorism through the music, dum 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 dum. You're burning against all this bullshit. I love how Tom sings Urban Guerrillas on the front lines, because when I was younger I didn't know the word gorilla, so I thought he said gorilla. Like the urban gorillas on the front line. Sorry guys, but it always cracks me up. To this day, I don't hear gorilla, I hear gorilla. So urban gorillas on the front lines, bring it on. Great song, love the verses here the most because Tom's voice, he was at his peak. Like Slayer's Diabolus in Musica and God Hates Us All was the best period vocally for Slayer, because his voice was just on top. Tom was killing it and you can feel it in this song. Max is also fantastic. Then we get that bridge section which changes the song. Rise, rise above this bullshit, rise, rise. I did a guitar cover of this song back in like 2018 I think. It was so much fun. 11 out of 10. Mulambo. This is about a Mulambo tribe. I love this song. I think at the intro we hear Max's son Zion screaming "Dan Dan," so he became a drummer of this band in 2013. A fun fact for you. I love the verses here. Mulambo mulambo chonki bonkari mulambo lambo lambo bonchi o tati mulambo chekoveda o saboya mulako chekoleda o saboya. I love that part. Mulambo. Mulambo. This song has so much energy. You don't need energy drinks. Just listen to Mulambo. It's fantastic. 11 out of 10. Song features Sean Lennon. They wrote this one about their fathers who sadly passed away, as you can already guess. It's a beautiful song, especially because Sean's voice sounds very similar to Lane of Alice in Chains. And also the main guitar riff sounds slightly like Black Sabbath's Sweet Leaf. You can hear that it's a variation of that riff. The verses go hard. Sometimes I don't want to face life. Sometimes I feel empty inside, but every moment is precious, and everyone will turn to dust. Sean, of course, sings this one way more higher than me. Then Max screams, "Dust myself up," and I scream at the sky. It's been so hard, but I can't let it die. Turn my head up, looking at the stars. So many years, I still wonder where you are. And then you hear Sean in the background, "But every moment is precious, and everyone will turn to dust." So this song has that existential dread about it, but it's also a celebration of people you had in your life. It's beautiful. I love every single section here. One of the better songs, that's for sure. It should be respected. I also enjoy that outro where you can hear in the background how Sean and Max are just talking, reminiscing about their family and laughing. It has that very beautiful melody on top. Check it out, 11 plus out of 10. Boom has that cool boing, 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 boing guy. Every time I think about how you act, you got no life, you got no respect. Yeah, every time I think about you, you act, you got nothing left. Wonky wonky, wonky wonky. Weird fucking melodies in the background. Leeches and hypocrites, they even steal the air we breathe. Pretending and faking it, to be something they cannot be. Tutti tutti, tutti tutti. But the chorus is even better. Boom, what you got, what you got, boom. Boom, what you got, what you got, boom. And when the chorus comes back for the one last time, it's even harder. Boom, what you got, what you got, fuck up, boom. Boom, what you got, what you got, fuck up, boom. What's even funnier is that the producer, Toby Wright, is here on this song doing some of the backing vocals. I love Boom with all of my heart. All of the weird melodies here, the bass lines, the vocals, it's heavy, straight to the point. One of the best songs I've ever heard, that's for sure. 12 out of 10. Jump the fuck up. Oi. Oi. Motherfucker, you don't understand. On my hate. Motherfucker, you don't understand. On my right. Motherfucker, you don't understand. You seem to sever my frequencies, I'm tethered to your energies, and everything turns inside out. I can be cute, but I'm not too proud. Maybe you like to peek through the curtain, same mistake you always make, but all I really wanna know is, are you gonna like the fuck with it or jump the fuck up? And then Max comes in, walking the streets looking at this shit, I'm full of hate, don't fuck with me. It's just so funny, because this song is cringy to a lot of people, but because I didn't know English as I was listening through it for the first like thousands of times, to me it sounds cool as hell. Like, this is a banger, the intro alone, then you get the chorus, then the verses, which are more somber and melodic with Corey Taylor's voice, the vocals of Slipknot, doing all of those cool lines. Then the chorus happens, the pre-chorus, looking on this shit. I love every single section here. Then the bridge section, doom, 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 doom. I don't want to rap shit, I don't want to rap. Everything about this song screams lots of energy. You can tell that they had a blast in the studio doing this one. It still retains all of those emotions. The funniest thing about this song is that I'm a Mack truck. It's hilarious to me. But hell yeah, Jumpdafekup is a classic song, one of the best tracks from the year 2000. I cannot understand how someone can hate this one. It's beautiful, 12 out of 10. Soulfly II is the second instrumental from this band, and to me personally it's their best instrumental song. The emotions this one evokes, how nostalgic yet fresh it sounds after all those years. Whenever I am listening to this one, I am transported to a different reality, some distant planets like in the video game Unreal from 1998. It has that quality to it, and it's hard to describe with words what you can feel as you're listening through it. I'm only going to tell you that you have to experience this song at least once in your lifetime. It might change your existence, who knows. To me, this is beautiful. I love coming back to this one a lot. 12 out of 10. The Prophet. This is like a Korn song. It has that wow wow do 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 wow wow. Time has arrived. We see all the signs. Revolution. Now is the time. Wow wow wow. Do 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 do. I love the chorus so much. Doom doom. Doom, doom, here comes the prophet. Some in the background, some noises. The prophet. Doom, doom, here comes the prophet. Doom, doom. The verses go hard. The chorus is fantastic. The bridge section with the prophet. Oh, but what the prophet. Oh, but what prophet. I enjoy it, but I feel like it's the weakest song on the album. That's for sure. Just because it's the weakest one does not mean that it's a bad song. To me, it's still a masterpiece. I'm never going to skip it because it's a fun time. It's very short. 10 minus out of 10. Next, let's talk about Flyhigh. This song, I just love the intro. I did a guitar cover of this one as well in 2018 or 19, I'm not sure. I love everything about this song. Precious beating on my soul, I just got to take control. Guide me through this fucked up world. Conquer this fear spiritually, forever let it be into infinity. And I love the chorus so much because the guest vocalist here, Asha, who also came back on the next two albums, on the song Tree of Pain on Soulfly III and in the song Wings on Prophecy. I wish she had a major role in this band, like she would come back on every single record. I wish she was on the upcoming Soulfly album. Why isn't she there? Like, she's integral to the Soulfly experience to me. Her vocals like fit so perfectly into this song and Tree of Pain and Wings. I just love the chorus so much. Just let my soul fly free. Love that with all of my heart. It's a fantastic song, in top 5 Soulfly songs, that's for sure. Like, how can you not enjoy this spiritual journey? And I'm not even a spiritual person, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in anything, but this song, it has that magic in it. 12 out of 10. And the final song, In Memory Of, this is more of a rap metal track. It features Cutthroat Logic, it's like a trio of rappers. One of them is Ash's brother, and yeah, yo, life's web in depth and tries to collect my breath runs from return for my soul silhouette. How deep does shit get? It's worth a bit. I cannot rap for shit, but it's hilarious to me. I love this song. I feel like it's better than The Prophet. I enjoy it and I feel like it was a mistake making this song like on the official release before Flyhigh. I think this is the best ending to the record. Also because the elitist, you know, people who shit in their mouths, who are on the Metallum side, if this was the ending, they could just skip it and don't cry about it on the internet. So I feel like In Memory of would have been a better closer. So people who hate rap music could skip it. In Memory of is fantastic. I love the verses. Every rapper here sounds great and has a distinct sounding voice, so you know who's rapping. And then we also have Max doing "We are what we are, the contact, musical contrast, sound clash bumpers, we are what we are." I love that chorus, it's so much fun. "You don't feel when I beat, when I scream, when I feel. We are what we are, forever live and die. You don't know how I feel, what is real, what is real. I am what I am from beginning to the end." It's so simple but effective, and also they're just spitting facts. I know that this is simple, even primitive, so to speak, but it's the truth. This is what we are. And we don't give a fuck. I love this. Yeah, a fantastic ending to this record, 10 out of 10. To sum it up, the consistency is stable, the flow is ideal, replayability, yeah, it's a timeless release, I enjoyed from beginning to end. There aren't any songs here that I would not enjoy. Everything is stellar from beginning to the end, there's nothing to hate here. This is a timeless masterpiece. It's a piece of art that should be celebrated and also preserved for the next generations. This is how music sounds when musicians are having fun. Because you can truly feel that from beginning to the end. Many elitists and other shitheads are crying about it in the comments even after 25 years. I feel like this one stood the test of time. It's a time capsule. As you're listening through it, you're like, wow, this is how music sounded like? This was amazing. Why does not music sound like this anymore? When I listen to this, I have energy, I want to live. I don't like most of the time, so yeah, this is a helpful piece of music. The highlights here for me are of course Soulfly II, Boom, Jumpdafekup, Flyhigh, Bring It, Pain, Back to the Primitive, Song, Mulambo, Terrorist, even The Prophet, In Memory of, every single song. I wish the latest Soulfly records were just as good as this album. Sadly, I don't think that's ever going to be the case. This is like a magic in a bottle, like one moment in time fit in a bottle, and it's here to stay forever. And I am happy that I lived in a time period when I could experience this one. I am not sure if people are going to remember this record in like 200 years. I hope they do. I hope someone will stumble upon this and they're going to be, wow, this is amazing. Because it truly is amazing. Celebrate University by spinning this record today. It deserves your love and attention. Shout out to all of my Patreon supporters who gracefully sponsor these videos. You're all truly wonderful. You can join them if you like, so I could make more videos like this one, because I love talking about music, but these videos, they do not bring like anything. Like, this is just passion. Give this one a like, subscribe, follow me on my Instagram, links in the description. I will see you next time. Bye.